I don't know where you stand in terms of welcoming the advent of crypto or sort of being concerned about the role it's playing in business and society. So what kind of rules do you think need to be written here?
Well, the first thing you have to do is understand we have a great regulatory regime in place for other assets and other currencies. So why don't we ride upon the back and the tailwinds of that regulation? So when you think about the AML rules, the Know Your Customer rules are in place today that clearly should apply to crypto. When you think about market structure, we saw the development of the national market structures. Gary references for equities, for equity options. We have the same regime, similar regime with respect to futures. So you've got to get these assets, these currencies, these commodities, whatever you want to call it in this digital age, into the existing regulatory framework.
Paul, that's probably music to the ears of the crypto industry, because that means it's not going to be outlawed. I mean, there was a journal op-ed the other day we had the author on that argued crypto should be banned because of its use in ransomware. What's your argument for those who say that that's the only way to cut down on this epidemic?
Well, it's understandable that there are concerns being raised about crypto because the fact of the matter is crypto is having its moment. Now, here at Coinbase, we're seeing over 56 million verified users. We have over 6 million people transacting on the platform every day. It's understandable that questions are being asked about the right way to protect customers and protect consumers. We share that objective. We have built our entire reputation, indeed our entire business, on trust, and trust means that we embrace appropriate regulation. We think that the right regulation that is clear, that is transparent, and that is equally applied can address these issues in a much more productive way than simply banning an asset class based on a misunderstanding of how it works.
But Paul, and I know this probably isn't the question to ask you, but you are legal expert in some ways on this matter. So, we have a lot of businesses watching, from large to small. Especially the smaller ones feel like they get these ransomware attacks and they have no choice but to pay $50, $60, $120,000 in crypto. Tell them why crypto shouldn't be banned in order to stop that from plaguing their businesses and their pocketbooks.
Well, crypto is a solution to the problem of ransomware. It's not the problem itself. I want to commend the FBI and the DOJ for their recent work on the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack. It was crypto that allowed the FBI to trace those funds and ultimately to secure them, at least the vast majority of them. So we think the traceability, the immutability of the public ledger that is part and parcel of crypto is actually an asset to law enforcement. It's not a burden.
How do you see that, Bob? And in other words, there are other forms of cryptocurrency beyond Bitcoin that may not be as traceable as Bitcoin is, because there's both the private key and the public key, and if you can crack those two, you can trace and follow the money. But there are other forms of cryptocurrency that are presumably more secure and aren't as friendly as Paul says Bitcoin is to law enforcement.
But I would say this, with digital currency, with the advent of digital currency, we had ransomware develop, and there's a correlation between the two. I think it's hard to deny that. Now, does it and then make it easier to track and trace? Could be. We'll find out more as time goes on. But clearly, you've seen ransomware attacks increase as digital currency became popular. Now, that being said, it ties back to the original point. If we have a proper regulatory regime around this, it'll be that much easier to track and trace. And in many ways, you can stop it before this happens, right? We need know your customer rules. We have to have anti-money laundering rules in the digital currency world. So outside the blockchain or within the blockchain, you know exactly what's going on, and you can identify the bad actors, and then the bad actors won't, trying things they know they can't get away with.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.